Hey guys, what's up? This is lesson 13 in JavaScript tutorials, and today we are going to talk about functions. And also, we're going to look how to write code with functions. Actually, why we need to use these functions. So, how to write code with it. So, let's get into it and see what's a function. JavaScript functions allows you to define a block of code and give it name and then execute it as many times as you want. So function can be defined using function keyword, without function keyword, and can be executed using this parenthesis operator. So this is how we define a function. So we are writing a function keyword, then we are opening and closing this parenthesis, and then we are writing our code in the here. So let's go and define our first function, and also we need to put the name here. Function name. I'm going to define function. My function. Let me guess. My function. Then I'm going to open and close this parenthesis and write our code here. Console.log. This is my function. So this is how we define a function. We are writing this reserved keyword, and we are writing our function's name, and we are writing our code in here. So let's run it and see what happens. You can see that they have nothing here. Doesn't print anything in our console, but we say that console.log. Why it does not print it out? So to print it out, we need to just call our function. We just created this function, but we didn't call it. So let's go and call it. For example, for calling this function, we are writing our function's name, my function, and we are opening and closing this parenthesis. This is how we call our function. So let's run it and see what happens. Here we go. It prints. This is my function. So also you can create another function. For example, my second function. Just control and my first function. Second function, and I'm like writing here console.log. This is my second function. First one second. So I want to call another one my second function, and let's just clean it out and run. So this is my first function, and this is my second function. Yeah, and also you can enter some parameters to your function. So let's go and see how to enter a parameter in our function. So I'm just going to delete this, and I'm just going to create two names. Var name equals ml, and var surname equals. So, and I'm going to create one function. Our function's name will be print your info. Print info. So print info. Yeah. And I'm going to take two parameters, name and surname. These are parameters. Let's just call it name and last. This is our parameters, yeah? Yeah. So I'm just going to open it and write out code. Console.log name plus name, and console.log surname plus surname. So this is how we write our code with parameters. So when we write our code, now we need to just call out say function. So if we write this with this, and now we need to just enter this parameters. So I'm going to enter these two variable names to first name and slash last name. And when we run it, it will say us name equals to ML and surname equals to Basil. And what it does in the background, it just says that name equals to first name and surname equals to actually last name equals to surname. So so it does this and just then prints it out. This is how it works in the background. So, but we're just going to delete it and say another one. For example, not ML. I'm just going to say Jason born. So just run it and see what happens. Yeah, it says Jason and born. And also they have another type of function. It's an arrow function, but we're going to talk about in the next video. So this is how we actually define our function. And also you can define a function like this. For example, you can just delete this and write var print info equals function of parameters name and surname, then write our code console.log name plus name and console.log surname plus surname. This is the same thing what we did in the previous function. In the previous function, but it does the same process. What we defined a little bit confusing here. So this is how we define another way function. And this print info. So let's go and call it. I'm just going to call it print info and first name just first name and last name. Just run it and see what happens. Name Jason and surname equals to Born. Again, Jason Born. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. So well, see you in the next video. Bye.